Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mr. Alim Kamara.
Thank you, my family, my sister, my brother. I'm glad for the kind of continental Europe.
One country, one people, one country.
You're not just a humble village boy. But I also believe, say, a lesson for the SLPP today. Now, unity. Continental Europe don't say unity. You know? We need that. Because without unity, nothing will work. And now unity make all man realize, say, okay, agree on one project, now country, no matter which side it is, east, west, north, south, but as long as that project is not you believe in them and put the resources into them, and you trust the leadership, say them will deliver on Nandi. I mean, that is what you need. We come within a critical juncture today. The first thing I can tell people is that Salone problem, not get nothing for the party, not get nothing for the personalities. Therefore, do one thing. From independence, we will not create a system with the work. We will not get a template. No country not develop long term without template. From independence, we're not able to figure out what we really want to do with our independence. We'll not figure out whose kind of country we really want to be. And as such, the fundamental thing they all need for work in any society, not ever work together in our country. Now, the lack of system that it makes today, Ebola camp, we're not able to stand up. From independence family, the Reebok cannot. Though you go there today, it was worse than it was 1961. Because we not figure out a system. If you look at educational system, now the same thing. We'll not sit down and figure out, say, a developing country like Salo, they're supposed to sit down first, go back to the drawing board, say, whose kind of educational system we want, we go build the economy we want, create jobs and opportunity for all man, increase the standard of living for all man, instead of a system we make life better for the corrupt and greedy 1% and the 99% they don't. So today, we're in a situation with 70% of young people not get a job. Not because they know how to work. We country of 6 million people, not a big market. They can't develop maybe the timber, they can't industry maybe the timber, not for Salo market. But they do and for think have to penetrate other markets then, so that the other markets then will keep the economy go up, it create more jobs. We not create an educational system which will help we move forward. The family. At independence, so not be even get 100 miles of tar road, right? And we'll get this small place called Lungwe. We'll also be get railway. Right? We'll not figure out, say, with transportation network for good for we own development. Now, it make after a little while, APC under Shaka Stephen decides, say, then get for eliminate the railway. When railway left, all the small towns and villages that have been along the railway now started to die out. The rural economy collapsed. At the time we begin to see now, with food production go down to the point where we begin increase now import of rice. Any country will develop. China, Japan, South Korea, Western Europe here. Railway is essential too for development because it provide farmers them opportunity for get them produce out. If farmers then people get them produce to market, it means that they increase their income, the standard of living will go up, then go produce more. Any country where not get national food security in a country where they are at risk for collapse anytime. The other thing I want to highlight, so I can put all this together, don't understand what I mean by, a system problem I will get, is this. Or political system as a whole. We forget a grand vision of what you really say we want to do with power. My idea is this. that when you believe in human dignity as a centerpiece of your politics, you will develop a system who will make life better for people there. When you believe in fairness, it will make sure, say, you development policy there open up every part of the country. So all regions will develop. For me, a political system, I believe in a one, apart from human dignity, if I respect the principle that the people and only the people are the source of legitimacy. The fundamental principles are clear. We therefore respect the rule of law. But I also believe this, that when you look history, anytime SLPPD in power, democratic institutions then they come in, and there's greater opportunity for them to get some ways of say, you know what, my voice matter in this system. And development can take place in a very kind of non-partisan way. That's not your history at look at. Because all what any dictator can do in any society in history, they take your freedom and your liberty little by little. And before you turn around, you're not going to systematically, and so the opposition they go. It make people understand, say, after one group, we all for stand up together. So that we know say we are in it together, like how we stand up for defending democracy and the rule of law. But ultimately, the answer to dictatorship than organize people, where they say no and hell no. We in a leader, if I mean what he say and do what he say. If I tell you and say, I come back with the railway in Asalo during my first term as president, rest assured that the railway will come back to Sierra Leone. If I tell you so, we transform our educational system, rest assured so they transform and for let meet with needs. And one of the ways that I get Andy, and for make sure so we create vocational institutes them across the country. And the answer that is from employment. That's a fact. We need for grow the private sector. We need for create a middle class. And that means say for train people then now, young man and young woman in particular, for make sure say all them done them vocational education. By the way, I will make sure say 2 years of vocational education free. Totally free for anybody. When you come out and get your business plan, we will create lines of credit and government guaranteed loans for let you start your business. We will give the government subsidy as you increase the level of production and hire more people. So me are willing for take risk and investing in with young people then. Because there a country right now, 18 to 35 year old, now almost 45% of the population. Either we invest in them today or we invest in at another time when they will produce nothing. So we might as well invest in them today, so then we will produce more, and then we use that money to invest in the next generation. And because they therefore create jobs and opportunities, we will get to that point the way we'll get to society where all man, we say then we will at least live their life in dignity. How therefore build a society of responsibility and opportunity in that too? Government, they create opportunity, and you get the responsibility for take advantage of the opportunity. You know, the thing we need to understand is this. For create a society of opportunity and responsibility, for also make sure you fight corruption. Corruption is a problem in our country. As a leader, I will make sure say the example start from the top. The way is the laws for work. And if I apply to all men equally. If I chief, as with the president, the law for apply. Don't mess with the people's money. It's not your money. The other thing we get for do, now for establish the Diaspora Voting Rights Act. I will work with Parliament for pass the Diaspora Voting Rights Act so that it no matter who say you did, as long as you as a loan policy, you for vote. The Diaspora Voting Right is a #1 effort that I work with Parliament, not through executive action, but through Parliament for make sure say every Sierra Leonean, geography notwithstanding, if a vote. And once you do that, every politician you know now say, they get a constituency out now, we not depend on a brown envelope. We go tell them the truth. We go help the people that are vulnerable. We not able to speak that truth there. And at the end of the day, democracy will flow, rule of law will be. But that also means say, a very important for us get the parliament. We will support the progressive radical vision we get for country. So me want for CC, some of una hold in so. We capable for going our country. If we're able to recruit some of una, let we go in as a team. Go in a constituency. The broader reason we need really the good parliament is this. If we get the right progressives then, we come together, believe in this radical vision for create a society of opportunity and responsibility, with everyone in, no one out, everyone up, no one down. The laws then will reflect their values. So you have to give me the parliament to make me do the work. So I challenge all of you. Now, we're in development fields now, we're into law, we're into business. Come on home. Let's use this opportunity now for create a break, a radical break from the failed politics of the past and build a new vision. A vision of hope for also doing the things that will make our country finally be what it need for be. Let's shine a light and the heat talk about it. In spite of the facts, we'll get politics right now, we don't fail we'll get to democracy, we're under threat. I still believe in a country called Salo. I believe in the potential of people for transform our economy, build a new politics, we will make that. And in that sense, hope you want to bring to we all today. But I believe, say, my life history don't prove, say, if I say I give a fight for social justice and inclusion, opportunity for all man, I'll do it. I fight for the things I believe in. Now, in the United States of America, they consider him among the top 100 black leaders in the United States of America, not African black leaders, and I was not born there. I fight for everyone, including Africans, because I believe, say, if I fight for that society of opportunity, we say right there for all man, social justice there for all man, fairness there for all man, the boat will lift everybody up. We need to grow our middle class, grow our private sector, come up with fairness in our public policy development goals. Make sure say we they empower, we not misuse the power for the interest of your own self, no more in family them, and we shall come out. And make sure say the ordinary person say get a fair shot at dignity. For make sure say no matter what, it will wake up and say, I didn't society will care about me. That I get chance for live well. And that at the end of the day, when I live well, I will contribute so much to be a society that one day we will look back and say, we have been the greatest generation because we come up with a development template for our country, we change the politics for the better, and you know what? Future generations will say, this was all we needed from you, that we can do the rest. So what you may want to deliver for now is a system, a template for Salon, we go there for the next 100 years. And then we improve upon them as we go forward, that's the responsibility of every generation. But at the end of the day, let's work on the template together. Move forward, build a society of opportunity and responsibility. Government creates opportunity, citizens have the responsibility to. Because I don't want to create dependency. Government is not the ultimate answer to our problems. Individuals are, families are, and when you invest in people, you're investing in the future of that democracy. And at the end of the day, that is the only Sierra Leone that we can build. That's the only vision that I see that's workable for us. And I want to thank all of you. One country, one people. Thank you very much. Thank you.